Welcome back with us on the 3-hour news show on See Today. Now, an Indonesian citizen and stamp collector, Dr. Andri Prasetya Wibowo, wrote a book titled Upon This Rock. And this book explores the history about Vatican and also about the arts collected by the Pope for centuries. Now, it is based on his research, of course, from over 900 stamps spanning 200 years.
Now, to know more about this book, we have the author in the studio right now, Dr. Andri Wibowo. Hello, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, now, of course, we want to know more about this book. It is previously launched, it's freshly launched.
Yes,
it is.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, so thank you so much for being here. So please do tell us more about it.
Yeah, I mean, this book is actually titled with Upon This Rock. So Upon This Rock is a quote that given by Christ to Saint Peter, is the first apostle in the Christianity. Rock can be means as building the church and also can be mean as the rock himself. So Saint Peter, the name means rock. So this book is more or less is a telling about the history of Vatican from time to time, from the beginning during the persecutions by the Roman Empire until at the present days when the papacy has been transported from the Vatican city-state right now.
Okay, Doc, could you please
the arts.
Could you please tell us more about how you did the research? Because I don't really get it. I mean, how can you find out the complete information about a history of a place and about the art collection through stamps? Like, I don't get it. How does it work?
It is understandable. It's truly understandable. Yeah. The curation's work has been started around like nearly 20 years ago. So it's been initiated when I received first stamps of Vatican that it's gifted by a friend.
When was it?
I think it's, as I remember, like 2020, earlier, almost at the first of 20-something.
Okay.
So from time to time, when I visited the Vatican for the first time, so my first impressions was like, I think it's a bit difficult to enjoy in detail of all those masterpieces inside the Vatican, which is millions.
Yeah.
I mean, and I cannot enjoy it peacefully because, sometimes like the organizers need, okay, move.
True, you don't have enough time.
Yes, and how visitors can enjoy it peacefully.
Yeah.
So that's why there comes a thought that why don't we create something, anything, publications or not, that maybe it would be more convenient for the visitors, and they will understand well about the history of Vatican and the artworks within. Yeah. So from that point on, then from the piece of stamps that I had for the first, then I try to find each information piece by piece. So it's spent for almost 20 years, that one by one, and I try to categorize one by one and also like validate it by books, through journals, through even old newspaper issued by the Vatican.
Okay.
And sometimes even interviewing the art historians and also some clergies.
I see. So there were several sources, not just the stamp, but you also interviewed people. You also, go through the old newspaper, things like that. Wow, that is.
Yeah, because it's really complex, and Vatican is really detailed in matters of history also. So we need to bring a correct and reliable informations about each materials.
Now I get it, because when I first heard about this book, I immediately think, in order to understand about the history, I thought someone has to go through a pilgrimage, not researching through stamps, but apparently it can be done.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, when you said 900 stamps, that's amazing. That's a lot. Yep. But if we're talking about the stamps itself, were there any criteria used?
Yeah. First of all, stamps I mean, for me, and I believe for other stamp collectors, colleague, that they consider stamp as a unique materials, officially made by a sovereign state. So I believe right now there is no state, nations that is founded without stamps productions.
Okay.
So it's always stamps in a country.
Yeah.
Because it's like a fee, a cost when you're sending something, right?
Right.
Yeah, but why I choose stamps as the
medium.
approach, the medium, when telling the history of Vaticans, as you know, subjects of Vatican, within the Vatican, either intra or extraterritorial rights, because Vatican has two territory. Like intra-territorial is within the Vatican City States, and extraterritorial is in Rome, or even other than Rome, within Italy, or also outside of Italy. So there are some of them that not openly can be visited openly by public, and inside the subjects or rooms, chapels, anything, there are a lot of masterpieces of their own. And surprisingly, the masterpiece are featured only in the stamps, not from the other source. That's why, like, I choose stamp as the medium.
I see. Now, could you please help us understand more by showing us
Yes.
a part of the book? Like, could you please choose one of the most memorable stamp
Yeah.
that really helped you throughout the research?
Okay, first, I think I need to show the book. I choose the color of red and gold because the gold is a sign of the authority of Saint Peter that make it closer between human and God. And red, I believe, is the part of the colors of the Vatican City States emblems. And
Looks like we're following the theme. That's
yeah.
You too, on the pants.
Yeah. There are three items that
Okay.
I admire the most. The first is wait. Actually, this is
That is a really thick book.
thick, so I need to find.
Take your time.
This is the first. So
Let's zoom in.
this one
Yes.
is a letter that's sent in 1936 to Weimar, now Germany.
Oh.
So it sends. It was sent through censorship by the German Nazis, successfully passed the censorship, and only 3 months before the Pope at that time, Pope Pius XII, issued a letter that condemning the Third Reich or the Nazi Germany. So this letter is really historical, and the next is this one.
So do you have it with you at the moment, or did you just borrow it and document it? All the
stamps.
All the stamps belongs to me.
Oh, wow.
even up to now,
Yes.
including the letter you just explained to us.
Yes.
Wow.
And
That's amazing.
actually, this book is also a trilogy. This is book number 1.
Okay.
This is book
What?
number
This is just
1.
book number 1.
And the book number 1 is particular topic only on Vatican.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
next is telling about the history of Christ.
Okay.
Everything use stamps also.
Yeah.
And the third will be the history of Christianity.
I see.
okay.
So it's like a trilogy. It is the opening. So this is the second stamp that I admire because this set of stamp that collectors usually call as a conciliation. So the series of conciliazione in Italian that marking the history, transitional history of Vatican from the Papal States. So the name of the Vatican City States previously are the Papal States, and changed to the current name, the Vatican city-state. So it really marking the historical transition.
Yeah.
And the third would be one section. Because this one section start from here, it's all about collections of manuscript and codex from the Vatican Library. So Vatican Library is a separate institution under the Roman Curia, the government of Vatican, that only certain scholars and clergies or particular persons that can have the access. So it's not for public. And all of this are not easy to publicly access.
Yeah.
And all are featured in the stamps.
Yeah.
I see.
You know, one of the most famous examples is from Dante. So Dante shows the first quotes of Dante Inferno in Canto number 1. So it features in a stamp. It's very beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, throughout the whole process
Yes.
for this book also, how many times did you have to go back to Rome, to the Vatican?
Yeah. To be honest, only 4 times I visited the city of the Eternal City, as we call the Vatican City or the Rome. The third and the fourth is my opportunity at that time, my opportunity to confirm of some informations that somehow I need to come by myself to confirm some informations at the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Wow, 4 times. I mean,
I know.
that's a lot for us. But, for a research that has taken 20 years of your life, that's only 4 times, right? Okay, now let's talk about the Pope's visit to
Yes.
Indonesia. How is that apostolic journey to Indonesia reflected in the book's collection of stamps and postal memorabilia?
That's a good point. That inside this book also, there is a special sections that we already prepared that accommodating, that featuring all philatelic materials and stamps, showing the 3 visits of popes. Starts from the beginning of Saint Pope Paul VI in 1970, and then the second is Saint Pope John Paul II in 1989, and the third is the present visit by Pope Francis. So these 3 apostolic visits are included in a special sections. Maybe I can show you once, including the one from the former East Timor. This one. This one is really interesting item that this cover, this cover issued by, at that time, it's a philatelic section in Dili, right now in Timor-Leste, showing the Cathedral of Dili, which was blessed by during the second visit by the Pope John Paul II. Yeah,
Wow.
and later the present stamps of Pope Francis will be inside here.
Wow.
Let it be a surprise.
We'll certainly be waiting. But I have one random question.
Okay.
I mean, this is about Vatican, right?
Yeah.
Can anyone of any religion understand this book, you think?
Sure.
Because it's about history?
Sure. As I informed before, that it is part of a trilogy. For number 1, I believe aligned with what Pope has met with the inter-religious meeting this morning. Like, it's not only for Catholic or Christians. No. I mean, it's for everybody. That we just showcasing the history of the Vatican, and we are trying to create it in a exciting way.
Yeah.
So everybody, even they are not Christians, they still can enjoy this book.
Yeah, because there's something special. You learn history through stamps.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you see this collection contributing to the legacy of Pope Francis, particularly regarding his visit to Indonesia?
Yeah. So I consider this baby, this book. I say this a newborn because it's just 2 days. So I consider this book, Upon This Rock, the title, as a memorable and sentimental memento for the Pope, which is the Pope is the head of the Vatican city state and also the head of the See of the Rome. Then it's also like when we also able to presenting this book personally, which is, it has been last night.
Yeah.
We presented this book to the Pope by ourselves, by me and by our publisher team from After Hours Book. So we are very proud and very happy because this book was happily received by the Pope. Inside the car, I remember that the Pope saying thank you for 3 times, and you know, it's very touching.
But why are you
Very
here right
touching.
now? Why aren't you at the Mass?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the tickets.
Oh no! I see.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Yeah.
where can we get this book if you want to?
Yeah, I believe like this book will be available in
In the bookstore?
in the bookstore nationwide. I believe in the end of September or early of October. But right now for pre-order, I think from the publisher, we can reach through the publisher.
All right, I certainly can't wait. So end of this month, it will be available in the bookstore, and you can make a
And
order right now.
one more interesting fact that actually me and After Hours has preparing 2 books. The first actually not Upon This Rock, but about the spices of Nusantara.
Wow!
So we are preparing
How many
actually
books do you
because
have?
I'm Indonesian.
Yes.
So it's very touching when I like to discuss about our wealth.
Yes.
So the first book actually about spices, Nusantara spices, and also the trade during the golden age of exploration. So you will see Magellans, you will see Vasco da Gama, you will see any kind of story that maybe somebody heard during the elementary school or history during schools. But we trying to make it exciting.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, a medical doctor with a huge love for history. Thank you so much, Doc, for being with us.
Thank you for the
very
opportunity.
wonderful, this conversation.
Yes.
And certainly super inspiring.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the
Dr. Andri
opportunity.
Prasetya Wibowo, the author of Upon This Rock. Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you.
And we're up for another break.
Yes, and after the break, Hans will deliver the economics and business updates. So stay tuned right here on the 3-Hour News Show on See Today.